Recorded Flesh Voice.
Recorded Fresh Voice is a podcast that wanders the borderland between art and technology. We muse about ever-advancing tech and the ways it keeps reshaping human society, creativity, and philosophy. But honestly, it's not as heavy as it sounds. Editor Kazuya Sano and artist Miyuki Oka kick back and chat at their own pace, occasionally inviting friends to join the conversation. ということでI explain in Japanese a little bit. いきなり英語で始まりましたけども、今回は海外からのゲストをお招きしておしゃべりしたいと思います。今日は英語で喋りますので不安ですけれども頑張ってやりたいなと思っております。で、YouTube とかで翻訳を何らかつけたりとかできたらいいなと思ってますが、ちょっと考えます。はい。ということで、はい、今日は英語で喋りますのでよろしくお願いします。はい。Today we invite an artist and researcher from Kipros, Alexia Achilleos. It is correct?
Yes, very good.
Thank you. Okay. In English, Kipros is said that Cyprus, but the local Kipros people says Kipros, and we say usually in Japanese Kipros. So we use Kipros today. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. And yeah. Welcome to Sapporo.
Thank you very much. So happy to be here.
Yeah.
It's thank you so much for getting me to come here. Otherwise, I would have never come, I think.
Yeah.
Which is so nice. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We will take place today the workshop with Alexia about the Alexia artwork. But yeah, we talk about later. Yeah. But the first program we talk about the background of Alexia, and the second program the later program we talk about the now Alexia staying in Tokyo and about that and this workshop. Yes. Okay. So I introduce about the Alexia. I see your biography from your website. Mm-hmm. So I read it. Yes. Alexia Achilleos is a Finnish Kipros artist and researcher with a background in fine art, archaeology, and cultural studies. Her work explores the power dynamics shaping technology with reference to history, culture, and geopolitics. With the current focus on artificial intelligence (AI), Alexia examines its impact from a local perspective. Her work reinterprets dominant narratives and questions biases found within history and society, but also within AI technology itself, particularly changing the idea of technology as universal and objective. She is a PhD fellow at CYENS Center of Excellence, undertaking practice-based research on colonialism and AI, as well as research associate at the Media Art and Design Research Lab, MADLab, at Kipros University of Technology. Yes. So now you are living and working at Kipros.
Yes,
mm-hmm.
I've been in Kipros for about 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I was living in the UK before, but it's nice to be back in Kipros and mm-hmm. really focus on topics that really interest
mm-hmm.
me, both in art and academically.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so at first we talk about that last year we met the event in Tokyo. The first contact was the event that the name was Konton ni Ai in English, digging deep into care by sound and media art. Yeah, it was took place at CCBT in Tokyo Shibuya, and there are many artists, basically mainly sound artists and some other media artists from Europe.
Europe, yeah.
Yeah, and many of them was, let's say, outside, not outside, the
peripheries.
Peripheries in Europe. Not central countries, but kind of, let's say, out-focused countries.
A lot of Eastern Europe, Southeastern Europe, and some of Northern Europe too. Yes.
And you exhibited the artwork, about the AI and colonialism.
Yes.
Could you explain about the artwork?
Yes. So there I exhibited this single-player journaling role-playing game. Yes. I've been increasingly, as one part of my practice, I use games, artist games, to either engage with people I wouldn't normally be able to engage with, people in galleries, but also it's a way of gathering data for my research as well. So the artwork I exhibited at CCBT, the name of the game was, it's a long name, see if I remember it. It's Beyond the Seas and Uncanny Valleys and American Smiles. So it's a game where you explore, the player explores how generative AI represents their own reality. And it's mainly aimed for players who live, again, in the peripheries of Silicon Valley, just to see how well these technologies work if you're not, part of this AI metropolis system. So, it's based on findings of mine that, on one hand, we have Silicon Valley promising these universal technologies. They're going to make the world a better place. No one will have to work anymore. But actually, me in Cyprus, when I try to use these technologies, they don't work very well. If I try to generate images of my local reality, of my people, they're quite exoticized and stereotypical. If I try to interact with ChatGPT, for example, in my language, it doesn't really work well. And it doesn't really understand, or it doesn't consider it to be valid. So in this game, the player is living in a parallel world to ours, and they return back to their hometown after being away for a long time. And it's a book. So they go through the book, and it has various scenarios, various things that are happening. And the player plays with the generative AI model as, another character to see how this game develops. And the aim of the game is to draw a map of their hometown based on how AI sees it. So throughout the game, they meet people, they go to places, and they're documented all down. And then by the end of the game, there's various moments for reflection. So they get to really critically examine how correctly or incorrectly did the generative AI model represent their own reality, through whose perspective is the material that was created, through whose perspective was it done, and what kind of data might have been used to train the model. And I've been playing that game with various people in Cyprus as a way to try to understand the epistemologies of generative AI, the knowledge production of generative AI from a Cypriot perspective. So by the end, all the maps that players create, including me, I'm going to use them to really think about and analyze what that is. So at CCBT, I exhibited the book and a tentative map of what the AI gaze of Cyprus so far looks like. And so far it's been, Cypriot people have been depicted in quite a stereotypical way from the analysis I've done so far. Also, the way Cyprus, Kypros is depicted, it's usually through tourist gaze, because the tourism is a major industry there, and also through maybe a real estate developer's gaze, because we have a lot of foreign companies coming and buying property. So a lot of that material is out on the internet, and then that reflects on what was used to train AI models in Cyprus.
Did you use like several different generative AI models, or?
Yes, so players are free to use whatever AI models they like, but I provide some examples of what they can use. The only limit is to use Silicon Valley-made AI models. So ChatGPT, Google's Gemini, all of that. Yeah. So it's a work in progress still.
I when I see your work, it was a year ago, last year. I also felt it's a bit now it's more improved, but at that time, actually, we made when we made the image by using ChatGPT or AI, every people smile like American smile.
Yes.
Even in Japanese.
Yes, exactly.
I have also it's. I thought it was a bit strange. And unnatural for us. But it's actually a different culture. But it's kind of dominant tech company. Let's say tech company dominant all over the world by using such a tool. It's in these days. Let's say the techno. I don't know how to say in English. Techno-feudalism. It's is also kind of let's say famous word also in Japan. So we I thought about the techno-feudalism and how we do about that. When I see your work at that time.
That's very interesting. And I love to see how the Japanese context compares as well, and all these thoughts about techno-futurism from a Japanese context.
As for American Smile, I recently used a Canva, the service, and tried to make generate a video of Asian woman or a man that speak something, and I don't want them smile, but their smile their expression is really rich. I mean, usually Japanese or Asian, it's too big maybe, but the people I know in Japan does not have that rich expression, like big smile or like super sad face is too rare.
They're
very strange.
They really do impose on these cultural elements that might not be part of other cultures too. And there was this very interesting article, I think it was already a couple of years ago, but the MIT Technology Review, there's this journalist whose work I follow. She's called Melissa Heikkilä. She has Asian heritage, and she was looking at this app called Lensa. That was a very brief period. There was this app that was quite viral at the time, and people would generate AI-generated images of their own profiles. And she looked specifically at Asian women, how, when it comes to, for example, a white man versus an Asian woman, the Asian woman was more likely to create AI-generated very porn or anime-related images. So that's interesting how these kind of stereotypes also get into that.
From the internet.
Exactly, But but that's very interesting.
Yeah, and I felt about that. I totally don't know about Kipros. Yeah, I know about Kipros is island.
Yeah,
but
I don't think many do.
And I cannot imagine actually we're in the Mediterranean, Mediterranean Sea, that is the first time I search about Kipros. I know.
Thank you.
I memoed some data of Kipros. The population is 1,237,088 people in 2018. It's smaller than Sapporo City. Sapporo City has almost 2 million people. Yeah, and area is 9,250 kilometers square. It's almost 8 times bigger than Sapporo City. Yeah, I thought Kipros is big island. But Hokkaido is actually more big island. But Kipros is a big island, I've heard. And
I wonder the population, is it
Correct.
the whole of Cyprus or is it just like one of the sides? Because I think maybe the population has grown a lot, but last time I remember that just the south side where I'm from, I think it's less than 1 million even. So that might be like the whole 2 sides together. Maybe. Yeah.
The whole island.
Yeah. And I understand the place of the island. So that is Europe and Middle East. That is a center point. But long history as a stop-off point to the Europe and Middle East. And there are so many ancient cultures. Yeah. So it is, Japan and Kipros is both of the island nation, but it's different geographical context. Yeah, so it's quite different. Japan is the end of the eastern country, but Kipros is the center point of the another cultures.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's I think it's quite tough, long time history.
Yes. We're right in the center of all the geopolitical chaos that almost all the time. Yeah.
And we see in these days, sometimes about the problem of Israel, and we see sometimes see the name of Kipros. So it's involved. I imagine.
Yes. We have British military bases as a legacy of colonial rule, because Cyprus used to be a part of the British Empire until the 1960s. But they've kept 3, I think, military bases there. So whenever there's a war in the area, they're involved. So now as well, there's like every night we go to bed and we hear the fighter jets take off because they go and do something. But interesting times.
What language is spoken in Kipros?
Okay. Well, so we have it's currently divided into 2 sides. So maybe I'll do a quick historical background just so it's a bit easier to talk about it. So historically, Kipros, because of this location as well, has been very diverse. There have been many ethnicities. And fast forward to late 19th century, it became part of the British Empire. So it became a colony until the 1960s. And during that time, in typical colonial rule, the British, they would divide and conquer. So they kind of divided the population into if you speak Turkish or if you're Muslim, you become a Turkish Cypriot. And if you speak Greek and if you're Christian, then you're the Greek Cypriot category. So it was mainly Greek and Turkish that is spoken on the island, but not the Greek and the Turkish that's spoken in Turkey and Greece. It's kind of like our own little Cypriot way of talking. But then there's also lots of Armenians, so there's a lot of Armenian too, and Lebanese Maronites, who are these Christian Arabs. So there's lots of languages, but mainly Greek in the south and Turkish in the north. And this is because after colonialism ended, there was a lot of ethnic violence because of the division. So the Turkish Cypriots and the Greek Cypriots, there was a lot of fighting. And then there was this military coup from Greece, and to protect the Turkish-speaking population, Turkey invaded the island. So ever since, it's been divided into the north side and the south side. The south side is the Republic of Cyprus. That's the official country, part of the EU. And then the north is the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. So that has a lot of like international embargoes. And then in the middle, we have this like UN buffer zone, like a military no man's land, and the military bases of the British. So there's like lots of little divisions there. So yeah, I'm from the south, so I speak Greek. Yeah. And yeah, I forgot what the question was. I went on this historical.
It's not question.
Language, yes,
English, no?
And a lot of English, because of the colonial history, everyone speaks English. And it's very common for people to go to the UK to study as well. So very common. So we're still part of us. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't have especially impression about Kipros before I met Alexia and about see their artwork. But yeah, I can imagine about that. And we talking about Miyuki-san, do you know about Kipros before?
No, actually not really.
It's okay.
Not really, yeah. If I study maybe world history in high school or university, maybe I knew, but I didn't.
I don't think you would generally. I mean, even many people in Europe don't know about Cyprus. Like, a lot of British tourists come to Cyprus because there's this area where they go to party, but they don't know that they're going to Cyprus. They just know it's the name of the area. And so it's okay. Not many people know, but I'm here. I'm here to talk about Cyprus.
But how about you? Did you know anything about Hokkaido?
Good question. I mean, not that much, I must say. I mean, when people think of Japan, they usually think of Tokyo, Kyoto, I guess.
That's many the main people they saw that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, but I think through my interests of learning about colonialism, post-colonialism, decolonization, then through that, Hokkaido's become part of my consciousness. So it's something that I'm interested in learning more about the colonial history here, and also current practices of post-colonialism and decolonization. So it's nice to be here for that.
Yeah, it's really nice. People coming not by tourist attraction, but like interest in the shared interest in history. So you're interested in post-colonial context in your context, like in your life, and then we have like the different but similar context here. So it's really nice that you come here in that direction. You mean? No, it's very, very cool, and of course it's a different type of colonialism, as you said, here and in Cyprus. But still, I think there's some, commonalities that are definitely worth exploring as well. I at first time this time I
see the Instagram, your Instagram. You stay in Tokyo, so I just message you. I don't think too much, but please come to Hokkaido. Yes, you actually come here. I'm very happy.
No, that's so
Thank you so
amazing.
much.
I'm so glad you contacted me because I really wanted to come, but I don't know how I would have just come on my own as well. So it's good excuse.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me.
Okay, and next I want to ask about your background. Why do you have the AI and interest about AI and colonialism? And I saw your biography, fine art and archaeology and cultural studies, that you studied in university about that.
Yes. So as you can see, my life has been full of life crisis and confusion. That's why I've been exploring many different paths. I began by studying fine arts. Since a little child, I wanted to be an artist, and I studied painting at university. But at the same time, while I was doing that, I was working for a famous artist in London who we would work in his studio. We would paint his artworks, and then he would come and sign them. And then that kind of ruined any idea of the art world I had. And I didn't want to do art for many years after that, because really seeing how the commercial art world works. And so after I finished my first degree, I decided, okay, so what can I do? I'm going to go and study something so I can at least work in a museum or something like that. So that's why I did my cultural studies. And then I was working in an art center for a few years until I got another life crisis. And I decided to study archaeology because archaeology is a big part of the history of Kipros as well. And there's a lot of I discovered how political archaeology can be, like who does the archaeology, which bits of archaeology do we decide is important, and so on. So I found that super interesting, and I think I might have kept doing that, but there are no jobs in archaeology.
It's famous. Also in Japan,
even worse than art. So I just ended up working some random stuff until after Brexit, I moved back to Cyprus. And luckily, while I was there, I was connected to this art center, non-governmental art center called NIM in my hometown, in Limassol in Cyprus. And they focus on art and critical approaches to technology. So that kind of, I regained my interests in art through that, like, you can do stuff in a non-commercial way. And they had a really cool workshop one year called Through Other Eyes. They had this British artist and curator called James Bridle visit the art center. And there was a bunch of artists, a bunch of us, and we were tasked to create artworks without the use of human agency. And I had just recently discovered GAN at that point, the generative adversarial networks, the AI imaging thing. And I didn't know how to program myself back then, so I worked with a programmer friend, and we created an artwork using GAN. And I used a lot of like archaeological photographs of archaeological objects that are found in museum, and it created this kind of hybrids, weird things. But through there, I found out more about the politics of AI, because nothing is apolitical. And I learned about bias and racism, sexism, and that got me really interested to look into it a bit more. And then I discovered how it can be quite colonial as well. Shall I talk about colonialism? Later on, yes. So I discovered how it's the whole industry is pretty much controlled by just a handful of companies in Silicon Valley, and there's this massive asymmetries in power in what different countries and companies are able to have in AI, like what kind of technologies they have the power to create, for whose benefit. And it turns out that a lot of these dynamics, they actually seem to be legacies of historical European colonialism. So either in one way, it's either this transfer of colonial ways of thinking or colonial theories that are being used in AI. So for example, a lot of these pseudosciences that have been proven to be completely wrong ages ago, they're having a comeback now. So for example, this like craniometry that colonial powers anthropologists used to do on, colonized subjects to kind of check how distant are the eyes from each other and so on. They're currently being now used for facial recognition or gender identification, for example. Also, whose knowledge is worthy being, trained into AI models. And then, of course, we have all these neo-colonial processes as well, like extractivism. Like before, during historical colonial times, you would have imperial powers go to another country and extract raw materials for their benefit. Similarly now, AI companies, they extract, again, they're involved in companies that are extracting lithium and all these kind of minerals to power their hardware, but also our data is kind of a new raw material now that the companies depend on, and so on.
We talk about art and technology in this podcast. It's most of them are Japanese researcher and creator, artist, and such kind of people. But I felt that such kind of cultural study and technological things, there are not so many people talking about such kind of topics. But is it common or popular in Europe, such kind of cultural topic and technological topic?
It is in like Western Europe, not so much in East, Southeast. So it's mostly there's a lot of talk about that in the US, which is funny because they're also the imperial powers. They're also the one who make the technologies. But I think maybe in the UK, Germany, around those areas, there's quite a lot of that. But not so much where in my region. Which is, I think it's important to maybe start thinking about these things. In Cyprus, for example, I don't know how it is here, but in Cyprus, there's no critical examinations of AI at all. We're just thinking that, it's going to come and modernize all these age-old inefficiencies that we've had, and it's going to make everything work better without really taking into consideration everything else. So I think it's needed. I don't know how is it here. Is there any critical AI studies?
Not so critical, I think. I think me and Miyuki often talk about the Japanese mind about the technology. Basically, I think that most of Japanese think about technology as a good thing. It's not so critical about the technology, most of Japanese people. But I think we need some critical thinking about the technology, and some people do that also in Japan. So we talking about such kind of things in this podcast.
Great. Yes. Too bad I don't speak Japanese.
This is my own opinion, but people tend to accept technology like nature in Japan. So it's just happening, and we just adjust ourselves to that. What is happening here? So in Japan, usually from what I see. so the conversation is only like the influence of the AI. So not about the origin of the AI or like what politics is behind the AI. So yeah, so people tend to accept.
It's related to, it's might related to religion.
Yeah, probably.
Japanese religion, that kind of animism. Yeah, you might research. The animism based on the thinking way that everything have every god. So god or kind of spirit. Every spirit is its own. So it's different from the Christian or other religion. The one God is there is one God. Only God. But in Japan it's really different. Maybe the Eastern country have such kind of thinking way. We research about the thinking way of the Western countries. They think that they believe the only one God. So some, let's say, God, only one God makes something, and we are made by God. So it's different thinking way than with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely in like European countries and I guess North America as well. There's this very Christian way of thinking about AI that it's either going to save us or it's going to destroy us. Like these Christian and Judeanic religions. But of course it's not one or the other. AI has been very helpful to me on this trip. If it wasn't for Google Translate, I think I would have starved to death.
It's important.
So it definitely has good things too. But it's good to be critical as well, just as with everything.
And you now are working in the university in Kipros. What kind of things doing in university in Kipros?
I currently have 2 jobs. My main one is at this research center called CYENS, which you pronounced amazingly correct. Because I was thinking, how do people know? Because it's science as in science and technology, but also CY as in Cyprus. So it's a research center that's about technology and science, and they're actually the ones funding my research. That's my full-time job, and it's part of my PhD, and where I'm researching AI and colonialism. So it's been really amazing. I get paid to just research AI and colonialism, which has been amazing. And then I also work at the MAD lab at the Kipros University of Technology, and there I work on a European project, which actually was part of the project that brought the event at CCBT. So it's called a Toolkit of Care. Toolkit of Care. And it's focused on helping artists in the peripheries of Europe to kind of like a post-COVID way of allowing artists to network and for mobility to travel in places. And so we host various training schools and workshops. There's also funding for artists to go and present at conferences or to go to residencies. So it's been quite helpful. But both projects are ending soon. So So new chapter awaits.
Okay.
Yes.
So you searching the next thing to do now or after that?
I think when I come back to Cyprus, now I enjoy, and then I go back to Cyprus and have another life crisis, and we'll see where that takes me.
I heard about that your life crisis. I have also many life crises. So I arrived I arrived at art and technology.
Yeah, that's good. It's, something to keep us all connected. Life crisis.
Human
Yeah,
beings.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we'd like to talk about your staying in Tokyo and coming to Sapporo and today's workshop. But we talk about it later program. So I finished this program. Okay. Recorded Fresh Voice is produced and released with support from the Tsushima Foundation for Creative Osaka. If there's anything you'd like to hear about art and technology, topics you want Miyuki-san or Kazuya to tackle, or guests you'd love to invite, feel free to send message through the form in the show notes. We are also happy to read your comments on Spotify and YouTube. You can watch the show there as video podcasts. So please follow, subscribe, and give us a like if you enjoy it. We say the end of the program. We say Japanese in gokigen-yo. Gokigen-yo means take care. So we say take care today. Okay, so see you next week. I say see you next week, so we say take care.
Take care.
Take care.
Okay. So
care.
see you next week. Take care.
Take care.
ごきげんよう。
ごきげんよう。ごきげんよう。
Oh, no, I don't put that.